then white will promote.
No,
then
you
black will
think in your
promote.
mind. See, have a look at the position. Be ready to answer about the result of the game. So this is the first position we have to understand.
play?
1 second. So in a pawn race, who is going to win? We are going to understand it today. But for that, you need to understand this position. So take your time to have a look at the position and decide who will win this. If it is white's turn, who's going to win? If it is black's turn, who's going to win? You have to decide. So 30 seconds to think, and then we will discuss. No need to think. Shania doesn't need to think. Rakshita also doesn't need to think. Sanvi is thinking? He's thinking? Okay, I thought you already decided. Aradhya has decided? Okay, so everyone, what do you say, Shania? Who's going to win?
If white moves first, then white will win. If black moves first,
Okay.
then black will win.
Okay, so whoever has the move wins is what Shania is saying. Do you agree with that, everyone? Aradhya doesn't agree.
I do
You agree?
agree.
You agree, okay. Sanvi, you agree or not?
agree.
What do you say? Who is going to win this, Sanvi?
Whoever promotes the queen first.
So that means this position, who is going to win?
White.
If it is black's turn also, white is going to win.
No.
So if it is black's turn, black will win, which is white. That's what she's saying, right? So you just have to say you agree. That's all. So if it is white's turn, white will push, black will push. Both sides are promoting at the same time, but then you promote and you're stopping opponent from promoting.
Because when they promote, you can take this.
Yeah, because white will just
And
go and
even
take the
check.
queen. Yeah. Then you will know how to win with the next two queens. So that is different. So now white's winning. So basically, because the pawn is promoting on the square that queen is controlling, it became winning for white. Now I'll make a small change in the position to see if you will answer correctly or not. This is the position. White is here. It's the same thing. King is there. Black is there. Everything looks same. I'll just move the pawn one step to the left. Now you have to decide what will be the result of this game. And to decide, you have only 1 minute to think. No talking, no raising hands. Make up your mind, and then we will discuss. Question is, it is right now same as last time. Whoever asks you have to decide whether white will win or black will win. If white plays first, who will win? If black plays first, who will win? That you have to decide. What will be the result of this game is the question. 1 minute to think and understand. Anybody who has already decided? Aradhya has already decided. Okay, what is the result that you?
I think draw.
You're saying it will be a draw. Even if white plays or black plays, the result will be a draw in this position. Rakshita, what
Even
is?
I agree with that.
Okay,
I think it's going to be
draw.
a
Dhriti?
draw.
So draw. Result. I'm asking the result, not equal. Equal is the current position. So draw says everybody, is it? Because white will promote. If it is white's turn, would I promote first?
Yes.
Black will also promote. And
Yeah,
it's
and you
just
can't capture.
you can't capture the queen. It's a push, 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 and you both promote at the same time, which means
It's equal. It's a draw.
it's going to be a draw with proper play. If nobody blunders their queen, it will be a draw. If somebody gives up their queen by mistake, then you lose the game. So this is going to be a draw with proper play because both sides have the queen and there's not much to do. You can give checks, but the king will just run around. When you have to be careful. Like right now, it's white's turn. Now let's say white gives a check. You have to be careful with where you move the king. Like imagine again check. You will move the king again check. Now if you move here, it's a blunder. This is how people lose their game. Why is it a blunder, Shania? What is wrong?
Because when the queen moves to
Huh.
c5.
Yeah, queen to c5 or b6 and boom, queen gone. what happens? Same move, na? Queen c5, queen b6, right? So the queen is gone. So you should not go in the same line as the king. I mean, as the queen, if you are moving out of a check. That's the only thing to be careful about. So in this position, don't move here. That's all. Just move out of the check. Yes, your opponent will start giving a lot of checks. So don't close your eyes and move the king out of the check. Look properly. If I move, will there be a skewer? If there's a skewer, then you should not go there. You should go somewhere else. So like here, you come here, it's fine. There's nothing. He'll again try. He'll give a check. You move. He'll again give a check. If you are careless, you'll go here, and then again he'll win the queen and he'll win the game. You just have to step out of the line of the queen. Then you're fine.
E2.
E2. Yeah. Once you're close to the queen, then there's no problem. Because then even if you move in the line, you're defending your queen. Like imagine this, queen check. Now if you move here, it's okay. Because after check, Levith, where will you move the king?
King F1.
Yeah, king f1 or king g2. They cannot do anything. They can take the queen, but your king is already protecting. So then there's no chance for anybody to win this. White will still try to give checks and all that, but after a lot of moves, it will automatically become a draw either by 3-time repetition or by 50 moving. Yes. What happened?
I think after that,
Oh, they'll give a check, you move the king. Nothing happens. You just move out of the check. That's all. Okay. So that is what happens when both sides promote at the same time. Right? Now I'll make a small change in the position.
Okay.
I'll keep the king over here. Same situation. It is, let's say it is white's turn. Okay. What will be the result of this game? You have to decide. 1 minute to think, and then we will discuss. Hi. Yeah, any day. Either days we can come. No problem. So the king is slightly moved.
Close.
Yeah. So now what will be the result of the game? You have 30 seconds to decide. What will happen? Oh wait, this pawn is here. Sorry. Pawn is here. If it was here, then of course white's gonna win.
Yeah.
You promote and they can't
That's
promote,
what I
right?
was
So
surprised.
this is the position. What to do? So we understood two very important positions at first. Yeah, that's good. Now let's see a little bit more. Anybody decided? Okay, Sanvi.
We should push the white pawn.
And who will win? I'm asking the result of the
White.
game. White will win. Okay.
Draw.
Shanaya. Draw says Shanaya. Dhriti.
White.
White will win. Okay. Not like the last position. Last position, both sides were promoting at the same time. Yes, Aradhya.
Draw.
Draw says Aradhya. Two people are saying draw, two people are saying white wins. Rakshita and Levith, what is your verdict? What?
I also think draw kind of.
Draw. Kind of. You have to see clear. What's the reason?
Otherwise draw.
Okay, fine, Rakshita.
White.
Okay, so three people are saying white wins, three people are saying draw. So is it just like the last position? Both sides, those who are saying draw, you're saying white will promote, black will promote, equal. Right? Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Those who are saying white wins, what are you saying, guys? Why do you say white's winning, Sanvi?
Because when the white pawn pushes the black pawn will push, then we again push the white pawn.
Black will push.
Then we push.
No, I'll also push it.
Push.
Yeah, so basically, when white promotes, black cannot promote because white promotes with a check, which means white's winning. So this is different. If king was here, it's a draw. It's gonna be a draw. There's nothing to play for white. Both sides promote at the same time, no problem. But king is here, so white pushes, black pushes, white pushes, black pushes, white promotes, black promotes, but it's not happening. Why? Because it's a check. So if somebody does that in offline, you call the arbiter. So it's a check, so king has to move. Big difference. Yeah.
And the queen takes the pawn.
Yeah, we just take the pawn. Even if queen was not attacking the pawn, we'll still come there and attack the pawn and take it. Right? You have a queen, so it's winning. So yeah, check.
That's it.
Now you still have to do the queen checkmate, which I assume everyone here knows to do.
Yeah.
Everyone knows how to do queen checkmate? Okay, alright. Anyway, let's go to the next position. So I'll make a small change again.
Oh.
That was a big change once again. Let's-
Before the white queen was doing that, now the black pawn is doing it.
Okay. What has changed? What's the difference?
The king.
Yeah, the king is instead of B1 or E2, king is on C1.
Oh,
Now again you have to think what is already decided.
No.
Then why are you raising hands? You without thinking there's no way to
I
decide.
didn't
So
raise
only one way to think.
So, who's turn?
White's turn. How many of you have decided? Okay, let's start with Dhridi. Draw says Dhridi. Sanvi.
Draw.
Aradhya.
White wins.
White wins. Shania.
Draw.
Okay, Lavit.
He has to decide.
Maybe
draw.
You are going with draw. Okay, Rakshita. Not decided yet.
Going for draw.
Okay, so most people are saying, everyone is trying to accept Aradhya. Aradhya is saying white's going to win.
Yeah.
So why Aradhya? Basically what everybody is saying is, white will push, black will push, white will push, black will push, white will promote, black will promote, same thing.
And then queen to a.
Exactly. You guys stopped your calculation after white promotes, black promotes, done deal. But deal is not done. You have to now she told, of course you know. Now you have to go one move forward. You should not stop your thought process right there after promotion. Promotion. Boom, check. And queen gone. That's why it's winning for white. Push. White promotes. Black promotes. Black's thinking I promoted, I'm fine, he'll give a check, I'll move to the check, no problem. But he doesn't give any random check. He gives a nasty check. And your queen is gone. So this is winning for white. Well done Aradhya for calculating one more move ahead and seeing the skewer. So even though both sides promoted at the same time, still there was a tactic after that to win the queen. So here it is winning for white. Okay, let me make a small change to that, guys. Of course.
Black is always 3. White and black are always 3. 3 away from promoting.
1 second. Wait a second.
So it's definitely winning for black because it can
1 second. I've changed up the whole thing. White is going there. So till now white pawn was black pawn was. Now I will change the colors. White's over there going up. Black is over here coming down. Both are at the same distance. You have 1 minute to think and decide who's going to win this.
It's white to play.
White to play. Everything is white to play.
This came out.
What is that? Oh, earring. You can keep it safe.
Yeah.
Right in your hand, where? So you can keep it. How many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 6 people. You can keep it on this board. And when you go, don't forget to take it. On the board, somewhere on the board. It came off, I don't know. Okay. So that's what I told. If you keep it on the board, it's clear, no?
We joined this. Okay.
Is it like very valuable gold?
Yes, it is very bad.
Oh, okay.
It's gold.
Okay, then you should keep it safe.
Sara is hiding.
If you keep it on the board, nobody will, no one will come
Then she
from
should
outside.
play
I
on
think.
this board only.
No, you'll be, this
Keep
board
it
nobody
under
will
the
be playing
loop.
on. We'll
Keep
be
it
playing
under
on
the
these
loop.
6 boards. Here it will be safe.
In the loop. Yeah, they're gonna forget.
You're gonna forget. Just keep it on the board on a white square, like keep it on E4, then you will not forget.
Wow, sir. Or they can even keep it. Sir, can you ask now?
Okay, so how many of you will decide?
Sir.
Okay, 3 people have decided, is it? Let's start with Rakshita.
So the white pawn pushes black.
Then result. First, tell me the result. Who-
White wins.
White wins, says Rakshita. 11th.
Black.
Black wins, says 11th. Dhriti.
Draw.
Draw, says Dhriti. Okay. Sanvi.
White wins.
White wins. Aradhya.
White.
What do you say, Shania?
White wins.
Okay.
Sir, because the
But in which universe will black win this? Because white's gonna push first, right?
So-
Once in. White pushes, black pushes, white pushes, black pushes. White promotes, black promotes. So white promotes first, no? So how will black win this? There is no chance for black to do anything, no? It's white's turn after promoting. So if anything, white should be trying to win, but is there a way to win? We have to see. 3 people are saying it's going to be winning for white. 4 people. Right? So how, Rakshita? After white promotes, black will also promote at the same time. So why do you say it's winning for white? Because your queen is more powerful than my queen?
No.
Okay, then why? Why? You have a queen, I have a queen, why are you winning? A check. Here.
Yes.
Okay, move my king. Give a check, I move out of the check. What's the big deal?
Then I move to A.
8. Okay, I move back.
Then I take the
Yeah,
B.
that's it. That's well done, well done. Those who calculated that far, good. While both sides promote at the same time, push, promotes, and promotes. But then comes the tactic again. There is no instant win. You have a 2-move win. You first give a check, the king is forced to go to the a5. And then you do the check and you win the queen. So white's winning. If the position was slightly different, like imagine the same thing, but with the king over here. Now is this winning for white?
No.
Why not? Yes, Aradhya.
Because now if the queen gives a
Check.
and
It is still winning for white.
Still winning.
The king cannot move to the c file. King has to go to the a file. Right? So after promotion, queen will give a check. King still has to go away to the a file. King they cannot avoid that. If this king was, let's say, here. Now, is this winning for white?
Now white.
No, because queen check, king will move, so it will be a draw. You can't win that unless you blunder, unless black blunders. Or imagine king is over here.
White.
Okay, imagine king is here. Now,
White.
sure.
White.
White wins?
White.
Sure?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it's not a win for white. It's going to be a draw. White cannot
Why?
win.
Because
Both sides. Yeah, queen
because
will
of
come.
the check.
Check.
Then check.
What?
Then
Yeah.
Then this
King will go to.
moves
Tell me
your
to which square? Tell the square. No.
A3.
Yeah, king will come towards the queen. He's close to the queen. Now, if you give a check, you are doing a skewer A, but no. He's
So
moving it.
it's a check.
What's the check?
It's a
Oh,
check.
sorry. Okay. Forget about that. You don't. Okay, imagine this situation. What do you say? King somewhere. Okay. So black promoted with the checks. That's actually a draw. White cannot do anything. White cannot even bring the queen. Like basically that situation, where what we had. White promoted, black promoted with the check.
It's a check.
Black promoted with the check. Right. So that means white cannot do that check itself. So it's going to be a draw. Black can't win it, right? Both sides have a queen. Unless white blunders, then black wins. How will black win, David? Black to play.
You move the queen. You move the queen to
Yeah.
to A.
Queen a2 and boom. Queen gone.
I was that is what I was thinking.
But white will not go there. White will just go somewhere away and you can't win this. So it will be a draw. So what I wanted to say was, imagine the situation was, let's say like this. And the same position. Here basically, wait a minute. No, here already king will come and stop. Okay, now one
So
last.
check.
Okay,
Sorry.
one second. The pawn is coming this way. So this position, basically, white pawn was here, right? White pawn was here. Black pawn was here. If the king was over here, if this was the position, and it is white's turn, what do you say? White wins or black wins or draw? White to play. Same situation. I just moved the kings a little bit down. Yes, Sanvi.
White.
White wins.
White.
But how?
Because they will promote with a check.
Ah, good point.
That's what I was
Good point. I wanted to give a different situation, but it became winning for white anyway. Because white will promote with a check. So black cannot promote. Black pawn will be here. Right? And king is close enough, so white will be able to win that. So let's move on. Now I'll give you one last position to
Won't it be a draw because the
Wait.
king can go to it?
no. So let's say white pushes, black pushes, white pushes, black pushes, white promotes. Black cannot promote.
No, but then the black.
King will go to a3. What is the next move for white? You're up a queen, what do you do here? Yes, Rakshita.
I don't. Okay. A8.
Queen a8, king will come to b2. Then you're not easily winning that. Sanvi.
King to C. C2.
King to c2. Queen a8, we have no other good move. Na? King to c2, I'll promote, no? It is actually fine. King c2 is good. Because after black promotes, what can white do? Yeah, Sanvi.
Queen to A8.
Yeah, queen a8 and you win. So because your king is close enough, you're able to win that.
So-
Even though we let yes, Aradhya.
Otherwise, we could just move our king to H8.
Huh? Oh yeah. So in this position, if you want to win, the simple move would be this. Yeah, h8 or g7. That's also winning. Even without darking, we can win this. Just bring the queen and come here. Then you bring the king and take the pawn. So black will try to promote, but you will just come here. He moves, you bring the king, and that's it. You get the pawn. Okay, so basically what we've understood so far is we started off with positions where both sides are promoting at the same time. So this situation, white's gonna win. This is the first thing to understand. White's gonna win.
You showed the wrong position.
Oh yeah, black was here. Sorry. Yeah, black was here. White was here. This position, white's going to win because white's going to promote and control this square. Right? So it's winning. Now, if white promotes with a check, then again white's going to win because they cannot promote. So even if this position, here white's going to win because white promotes with a check. If it's a normal situation where white promotes and black promotes, it's a draw. Like it will become a draw later after a lot of moves, but white will try to give a check. Now, one last situation that we have to understand is, let's say the same situation as we started, but the king, let's keep the this actually happens a lot, this kind of situation. Okay, here what do we do for white? White of course will, what is the result of this game? Let's think for 30 seconds and decide.
Sir, something's wrong with the camera.
What is wrong? Oh, low battery, that's okay. Anyone? Dhridi, what do you say?
It'll be a draw.
It'll be a draw, says Dhridi. Aradhya?
Black wins.
Black wins. Black. Okay, Sanvi?
White wins.
White wins. Shania?
White wins.
Okay, white wins. Okay. Anyone?
I will change it.
What do you want to change it to?
Black.
Black wins.
Yeah.
Black wins.
Black wins. But it's white's turn. White's going to promote first.
Yes, sir.
But still black wins.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Next move will be a check.
Yeah. Okay, so white pushes, black pushes, white pushes, black pushes. White will promote. There goes the magnet. White will promote, black will promote, but instead of white winning, white, the person who promoted first, does not win. Black is going to win because black promotes with a check. Not just a check, a skewer. So white has to move and then queen takes queen. Black wins. So well done for those who decided black is going to win. Good calculation, guys. So the king actually was in the bad square. That's why that happened. Okay, now one last question before we start our games.
This is
Okay.
your third, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's the third one.
Okay, let's keep it the same way like before. Just the one difference, white pawn is one step back and it is white's turn. So what will be the result of this game? It is white's turn. Yeah? Who will win this, guys? Can you keep the... Today you're not playing with pieces, you're playing with a pouch. This looks like a very simple question. But,
Yeah.
but we have to understand simple positions also. How many of you have decided? 4 people. Okay, Shania.
Black ones.
Black wins. And Aradhi.
Black ones.
Okay, Dhruti. Lavit.
Black wins.
Sanvi.
I didn't decide.
You didn't decide. Rakshita. Okay, Sanvi. Let's wait for Sanvi to decide. Full pressure on Sanvi. What will Sanvi do?
Black wins.
Black wins. Okay. So everyone is saying black's going to win because white is too far away and black is just 3 steps away. So even though it's white's turn, white pushes, black pushes, white pushes, black pushes, white pushes, black promotes, and this time black is controlling that square.
Yes.
So that's why black is going to win. That's what they're saying.
Yes.
But everybody's wrong.
Whoa.
This is winning for white, guys. White's going to win this. Have a look. I don't know how. You tell me.
I don't.
Yes, Sanvi.
F4.
Which piece?
King.
Yeah, don't forget this guy. Why should you do a race when there's no need to do a race? Why would white go for a losing pawn race? White would not want it to be a race. Why did you bring this king and win the game?
Yeah, and then after
Black.
black
You just come and take your pawn. Then there's no race. Now black can do anything. Black will push, king will come. Done. Black cannot do anything to the pawn. He's too far away from the pawn.
No, you
Why-
don't.
Yes.
Why is going here? How will black come and catch the pawn?
He is
If both of you have the same speed and she got a head start, how will you catch her? She has the same speed as you. King and pawn have the same speed. King is like 3 steps behind the pawn. There's no way the king can come and catch the pawn.
2 steps.
Okay, fine. 2 steps. Still same thing. It's 3 now. Why push? Even if the king was over here, even here, I mean here of course black will take. If this was a position,
And white's move.
even this, yeah, if it was basically black's turn, still white's going to win. Because king is below the pawn. If you're below the pawn, you
This
can't catch the
right
pawn.
here.
Yeah. Basically below
Or
the pawn.
just push.
But you also need to bring the
So
king.
can
right?
I go to wash?
Yeah, sure. So, we will start our games now.